what I'm talking about.
What's up?
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
Happy holidays. For
Yeah.
that
Good week.
Right.
Good week.
Come on in.
Yes, sir.
Put your coat over there. Put your coat over there.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down.
Check in.
Check in.
Mhm.
There you go. Here she comes. And her Santa hat.
Oh, front and center.
No trouble. We talking about you.
Man.
We talking about you.
There you go. Coming to you live from the Sit Your Ass Down studios. It's the Me and D Monday night NFL wrap-up show. I'm your host, David Johnson, along with
AM and a PM. Dre in the house.
Dre in the house, along with
Let's go, the kid. Let's get it started. Corey
the
Carr.
kid is back. The kid is
DC.
back. He said,
He's
let's
back.
get it started. D had another mission tonight, so he may or may not join us, but we're going to move on. Instead, fellas, my first question for you is give me a statement that you would not have made about a team 6 weeks ago. I can give you mine. The Rams
Yeah.
are good. The Rams are one of those teams that you probably don't want to meet in the playoffs
Yeah.
because they're starting to
I would
click.
say that. I would say
They're
that.
starting to click. Yeah.
I'd say Miami has a chance to make the playoffs.
I know.
I would not have
That's
thought
crazy.
that 5 or 6 weeks ago, bro. They're out here
Right, but
fighting.
they're
They're out here
they're
fighting.
7-8, and they still got a chance. Cincinnati still has a chance.
Yeah.
And remember, we did that exercise. Who basically went out? I think it was 6 weeks ago. We talked
Mhm.
about that. Who could go on a
I think
run?
it was probably about
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah, but it's about that
They
time when we were
pretty
saying
much
who.
happened.
It pretty much happened, and those were two of the teams that we talked about.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Dre?
Dre,
Mine-
what you
Uh,
got?
I'd say Carolina's been catching wave. I will say that they're shocking me week in and week out. I think if they keep up this good momentum and maybe have a good draft, next year they're going to be looking pretty good in the NFC South. That for change. So
Carolina.
they might be, Carolina. They might be catching some momentum. Maybe
Agree.
not quite the greatest time, but as long as it has some continuity up into next year, then I think they'll be a good team.
They're
You've
building
definitely
on something
seen the
right now.
improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a much better team. They seem to be more disciplined, and they're playing hard. I'm impressed with Bryce Young, how he took this benching and he came back and he started playing some solid football. I think it taught him a lesson. This is what I got to do to be a professional.
Mm.
I don't know what he's done behind the scenes differently, but obviously something changed. I don't know if
Yeah.
something clicked in his brain. Hey, I'm not doing certain things, but something has changed about him and something has changed about that team.
Yeah, they're playing very inspired football right now. I
I
totally
think the
agree.
relationship with Andy probably helped them out a lot because I can't speak for the other quarterbacks, but I would say that when he came in, it's more of I don't want to help you because you're here to take my job situation. Where with
Right.
Andy Dalton, that relationship with them two wasn't the same. It wasn't I'm here now. Andy's here to take his job, and
Mhm.
he was obviously fine with that because he needed to learn. So I think
I'm about to say
that
they-
relationship, being able to see him throughout the year,
Do you
helped
think
him out a lot.
he embraced the mentor? I guess he would be the mentee
Mhm.
Yeah.
role. He
And I guess he hadn't had
accepted
that
what
before.
Andy was trying to. Yeah, he didn't have a choice because he wasn't playing good football and they didn't look
Mhm.
very good.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'd
doubt
say
the other
it
guys were
wasn't-
trying to help him either because they wanted to stay and they wanted their money. And
It is dog eat dog. It's
Exactly.
just how life is. Period. You don't want somebody coming on your job and taking your place.
a young
You got to
kid,
show
you
him
know,
or
20
her the
years old.
ropes. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So no, I agree. Good ones, good ones. My next question is a little bit looking ahead to the future, but should Deion Sanders pull an Archie Manning and direct and dictate where either one of his sons go? And then as a father, what would you do? So you got Shador Sanders looking to probably be a top 1, 2, 3
Draft
pick
order.
at quarterback, and then you got Shiloh, the defensive back. He's going to get drafted. What would you do? Would you tell him I don't want him to go to New York, or
I'm
I
about to say,
want him
because
to
I-
definitely go to Las Vegas?
Yeah,
or
I
maybe
think
not.
he wanted to go to Vegas, but it's looking with that win yesterday. I guess the Giants are going to be the number one pick. We got a couple of weeks left, of course, but Honestly, I wouldn't want to go. You see Malik Neighbors right now. Every time they put a mic in front of his face, he looks disappointed. He looks let down. He looks pissed off that he was drafted by the wrong team. What you think Shador is going to say next year? He's going to have the same sentiments. If Drew Lock can't even get it done. He's been in the league a few years now. I don't think
he ain't Shador though.
Come on, Corey.
Shador's a game changer. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's a game changer.
I wouldn't.
agree,
you're talking apples and oranges in that situation to me. In terms of talent,
he's not going. One man can't. Come on now, one man's
especially
not
with him. Oh my gosh, dude, that's a match made in heaven. I think.
I agree with his arm talent. Yeah, I wasn't all that impressed with Drew Lock in college.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not no Shador.
That's that hometown discount.
What I'm saying, if Daniel Jones can get it done, Drew Lock ain't be. Tommy DeVito then got cracked. Shador's gonna get cracked.
What do you mean? These guys are not number one picks by any means.
Dude, Caleb Williams could have went to New York and he probably would still be struggling. Let's be real.
Yeah, but he was struggling with Chicago until they found a better play caller for him.
All I'm saying is Shador is not going to be the game change. He's not going to flip that franchise to be in playoff contention next year. But I'll die on that hill though. But that could just be me.
Now I agree that he won't go and change him, but I guess we kind of got off topic too.
I don't think there's nothing Dion can do about it. Like he can't stop them from wherever. At this point, it's going to be one of those teams. He might be able to finagle which one of those teams, but outside of those two, they're going to.
I don't know what his options are in terms of what he has left in eligibility.
Travis has one more.
Travis has.
I think Shador might be done.
Okay, and that would probably dictate a lot or bring to bear whether Dion could have some influence, but you never know his influence behind the scenes as a Hall of Famer, as a former.
He's gonna be calling front offices. You already know.
I got a feeling he's gonna be telling some folks, "Hey, don't draft him. We're gonna hold out." Now, what would he hold out for? Like you said, if he doesn't have any eligibility, then he can't play that chip. But
I think with Dion, he's more interested in pulling that card with Travis on whether or not he's going to play both ways, not whether or not he needs to go to a team. I think Dion would be happy with any team that came to him and said, "Hey, we're going to draft him, and he's going to play both sides." I think Dion's going for that 100%. I don't think the team really matters to him in that regard. If someone, regardless whichever one of those two goes, he could talk to him, and if they could agree to that, then I think it's a go. I don't think the team would dictate Travis not going into the NFL or not.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So
just
right
the situation
now,
they're trying to put him in.
It's looking like New York, New England, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Cleveland, and then Vegas. So Vegas kind of, I guess, fell down pretty far because they were up there quite a bit.
Say the top four again.
Top four: Giants, Patriots, Jags, Titans, and then Browns after that.
I definitely would steer him away from Tennessee.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to do that. That's another team that almost needs a rehaul. New York, I can see him with Neighbors, like you said, Corey. I think that is a match made. Plus, if they can get another receiver or shore up that offensive line a little bit, yeah, I can see that. Jacksonville, they need some help on offense, so he could be he could push Trevor Lawrence. I wouldn't mind too. He could go somewhere and sit for a year and just learn the game. I think that's especially quarterbacks. They almost need that 1 year of seasoning. Just kind of sit and watch and learn the speed of the game, gauge the speed of the game, and kind of hone their craft. I don't know. I just
don't know what he could do. As far as
Shador, he's played in the Big 12.
Could he say, "Don't draft me"? What or what? You're not going to play.
You're saying, yeah. What would the holdout look like
with Shador? With Travis, I can see, but with Shador, bro, we're drafting you. You're ours. I don't care what you're saying.
For real, like
you're on the board. We're taking you. That's all there is. I don't care who your dad is. There's nothing you're going to play or you're going to sit. I don't care. But eventually, you're going to play.
Like his dad was sending threats all week.
Yeah.
He's going to get drafted.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he is. He's going to get drafted by us.
That's right. What you want me to do?
He could sit or he could play. I don't care, but he's going to be on our team for the full contract.
Literally, at least the rookie contract.
Yeah. So his legacy's up to him.
So
I just don't see what he.
Yeah, he has no eligibility left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's
going to graduate early. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of. Yeah, there's not much you can do. I guess you could
say
not
what you
report
want.
to camp. I guess you could. Yeah,
Then
you
you
could
get
not
fined?
report.
I might
But
say, you
then
know
you
what?
get fined?
That's
wanna-
gonna bring problems. Then now he's starting his career off on the wrong leg
Yep.
when you start doing kind of
Right,
those
right.
things, and you almost
you're
look
still on the
kind of
team.
ungrateful. Yeah,
You're
you
still
gotta
on
show
the team.
gratitude and be willing to have some humility. Be willing to learn, no matter who's at the helm of the offense. It could be freaking Matt Eberflus is coaching. You got to come in there and be.
Yep.
You gotta.
Yep. Because you don't want to come across as a diva.
It could be Frank Wright in there, coach. You got to come in there and be grateful that you got drafted. At least that's how I look at it. Essentially,
I agree. There's only so many of those spots.
Right.
And you got people on practice squads. You got people in the XFL wishing that they could get onto an NFL's team. That's
Colin
why
Kaepernick
it
still
makes
wanna
me
come
mad
back.
when a Campbell or a Deontay Johnson, when they don't play, when they're asked to go back in the ball game or go into a game,
Mhm.
you don't appreciate what you have.
You
To
hear
me,
he got
you don't
picked
need to
up?
be there. Yeah,
Deontay
you
Johnson
don't
got
need to
picked
be
up.
there.
Yeah, by Houston. I'm about to say.
Yeah, I saw that, but
With that-
why? You're just creating another headache
my
for
head.
yourself. And as soon as he gets pissed off, he's not going to play. No,
I feel like
just don't get it.
I feel like D'Amico though he ain't gonna tolerate that though. Which if Tomlin honestly didn't tolerate it either. So it just really we gonna really see how it pans out for him. You got two divas now. You got Diggs and you got Deontay Johnson. Like I wouldn't want to coach.
Obviously, Harbaugh didn't tolerate it.
Nope. He said, all
Not
right.
one
See ya.
second.
Right, you can go.
Yeah, peace, deuces.
All right, moving on, fellas. The DraftKings MVP odds have tightened up a little bit more. Josh Allen is pulled back to minus 550, and Lamar Jackson is plus 400. The next closest is Saquon at plus 1,200. So it's starting to tighten up. And I know D sent us a graphic today that showed that Lamar still got the lead in several categories. So it ought to be interesting.
Besides the record, honestly, yeah, that Lamar is not looking too bad. If you really into the sports gambling and stuff, that might as well throw it on him. Just
with that Steelers win, that's nice.
Want to make
that is nice.
And they might pull back on Josh for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, as far they don't want to get him hurt the next 2 weeks,
especially he almost hurt his hand yesterday.
They
had to
the
sit
number
for a little
sewed
bit.
up, pretty much.
Yeah, they're not going to.
Yeah, number one would be nice, but who cares?
You're not catching Kansas City at this point.
Exactly.
No.
If Kansas City lost and they didn't lose, and Buffalo didn't lose at all, then they would catch them.
But I don't think you're going to catch them.
Exactly. Yeah,
the reason I say that
because
to your point, they're probably going to be cautious with them and not play him as much. I certainly wouldn't.
So it could be a tight race.
I think it's going to be tight. I think 2 weeks ago it was Josh. Last week it was more Josh after the Detroit game. I'm still surprised that Jared Goff isn't getting more love. Dude setting records up there. You know, they're
looking good.
They won 13 games, I think, for the first time in the franchise, if I'm not mistaken.
Lamar played great last week too.
He did.
It just wasn't a prime. Josh has been helped by having primetime games the last 2 or 3 weeks where all the eyes are on him. But Lamar's been doing it sneakily in the 6-7 game shuffle in the morning, so that it kind of just goes by your head a little bit. But he's been consistently working this whole kind of middle to back end part of the season. He's been dealing.
He had Thanksgiving, and then they had another Thursday night game. And then
was that versus Cleveland? Or no, I'm tripping.
No.
Well, I'm saying the past 3 weeks versus when the Bills have had the spotlight. At the same time, the Ravens have been kind of pushed in the back.
Some of it too was who they were playing too. That was made it must see. It made it must see TV. All right, fellas, we'll move on to You Got Torched.
Got some good ones this week.
Let's get that torch ready to go.
Some real good ones.
There it is. Oh.
That's what I like to hear.
Oh yeah, it was prime time week 12, week 10, and then week 17
for Detroit.
Ravens. So they've been on prime time a few times, like you mentioned.
Yeah, but he was talking about that. He was talking more though that Josh had more prime time here lately.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
recently.
I think it
Yeah.
just seemed like it, but I think they just because
They play in the late window, and it's only like a couple games in the late window.
Right.
So
So
that's what I'm saying. The
but
late
it
window.
also
that's
depended on
all
who
the
they were
eyes are on.
playing too. That
yeah.
so, anyway, all right. Who got torch?
Ooh,
You
heated
got
up.
torch, fellas. Who you nominating?
Saquon
we
had
got-
that 68-yard run this week. That was pretty nice. That was
So did
the
Jonathan
second
Taylor,
quarter,
the
I
little
believe.
twin.
Oh yeah, Jonathan Taylor. He had
He
two. He had
took
a,
it
he
to
had
the
a
house and to
65
the
and a
tunnel,
70.
didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
knew
he
he
ain't
wasn't
let go of
dropping
that
that ball this
ball.
week. Yeah,
But
That's why I
Calvin
call that
Ridley
one
had a
he
good
had
one.
tunnel vision.
Calvin Ridley had a good one.
yeah, that was 38-yard pass from Mason Rudolph. But after that, it was kind of lights out for them. They didn't really do much after that. But
Achan had one against the Niners that broke
Achane,
that
yep.
game open for
Yep.
50 yards.
Atlanta's defense, they took one to the house. I don't know his
Je-
name. I forgot
Jesse-
his
They
name,
took,
but
they
Jesse-
took two to the
yeah,
house.
Jesse Bates
Yeah,
had a
they did.
55-yard pick six.
Yep.
bro,
and,
randomly,
Matthew
I just
Judon.
picked them up on defense this week and started them. Got like 20 points. I didn't even know I had
That's
them. I don't
crazy.
even know why I picked them up. But it was lucky.
Wow.
Because as they was going against the Giants, he knew that was going to be some fire.
Yeah, that
Like,
might have
but
been.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, because they were playing the Giants.
but yeah,
Did you pick up that team before they announced Penix was going to start, or Kirk was still the starter?
I think Kirk was still the starter. The
See,
team,
so
the
that
team don't
even
matter.
makes
I'm
it
going on
even
the
more-
defense.
Right.
yeah.
So the offense, they can
No,
do
that's
whatever they
good.
want as long as the defense is doing good. I'm getting points.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was lucky. There was a bunch of good ones. Tracy Jr. for the Giants. It wasn't really a torch, but he caught one in the back of the end zone. Their running back had a little tiptoe move in the back of the end zone. That was nice.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that Matthew Judon, he caught the pick 6-2 from Drew Lock, and he looked defeated after that. That was 27 yards. Brian Thomas, I know we mentioned him quite a bit, and he, like I said, he don't never get the notoriety that he should, but he's always making some big plays. Had a 62-yard touchdown as well from Mac Jones, and then James, Justin Jefferson. That was a big
he
one.
had a nice one. Yeah,
Good Lord.
I think that was
Good
40
Lord,
yards.
That was crazy.
That was.
there was some good play this week.
Why
It was a-
did they gave him a taunting penalty on the gritty?
I don't know.
Did he do it too long or
getting-
something? Maybe.
this
I'm
is
not
getting
sure. They
crazy if
said
they
they said
did.
it looked a little bit. They said it looked a little bit too aggressive. But honestly, the Vikings have some of the best celebrations this year. They've done the white
It
chicks.
looked too aggressive.
Too
He was
aggressive.
stomping
Yeah,
your feet way too hard,
Like-
bro.
What is he doing up over him
I gotta
on the
call that.
field?
It's gotta be a
I
tiptoe.
don't know. They just said it like taunting
Yeah,
penalty.
that's
I was
getting
like, man,
crazy.
That's crazy. It's like
Or somebody paid the ref to do that or something.
The players' union has to step up on this stuff. They've got to be able to
They
have
do.
some kind of say in these penalties like this. Like they should be able to do
It's a
whatever they want.
celebration.
That's
It's
why they
making,
call
yeah,
it the no fun
I'm making
league.
you guys money.
literally. And yeah, kid, like that's an international celebration. They
People
want to
see me do this.
Everything like the gritty is everybody. The kids love the gritty. So
I'm giving you guys
Somebody
Madden
did it at
content out the
one
butt.
of the college games. I thought I saw somebody do it the other night.
Exactly.
yeah, those games, man, those college games, those are all over the place. I will say that.
Yes, they were. All right, moving on to our Week 16 fantasy leader, CC. Take it away.
Let's go. Y'all know who we start with. Them
The
Tight
tight ends.
say
Let's
no,
go.
no Diddy. No
Yeah,
Diddy.
I'm gonna say
Tight
Pop.
ends. But we got Brock Bowers with
Yeah, he
11
had
to
a good
13,
game.
No tug.
99 yards.
Damn.
Again, just like last week, it was just an okay week for tight ends. Like I said, 11 for 13, 99 yards, no touchdown. So, whatever, 20 points, but he was the top of the tight ends. Good for him. I got him on my fantasy, so good for me, too.
They helped you
Justin Jefferson, wide receiver.
out. JJ.
We was just talking about him. 10 for 13, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns, 36.4 points.
Damn.
One of them touchdowns on that big touchdown pass we were just talking about, which was crazy. I think he might be. I heard it on a couple shows. He might be one of the best I've ever seen in my lifetime. Honestly, I don't know who I could really say that is better than him at this point.
Antonio Brown. Come on now. Prime
Bro.
AB was cold too.
I
What
think
about
in a,
Julio Jones?
in a clutch moment, dude, I'm going Justin. If it's down and we got 60 yards and we got to get down this field, and I got one guy I got to throw it to, it's probably gonna be Justin Jefferson. I've seen him come down every week. He's came down with that ball.
Dre, I got one for you. Who would you take, Mike Evans or Justin Jefferson?
I'm probably still going Mike for some reason. He got that stature. Besides that ball, that one last night where he should have held on to it, but like I said, Dallas was just trying to kill somebody on the Buccaneers last night. That one, he catching that 9 out of 10 times essentially. But
I mean,
yeah, Justin
10 out of
Jefferson
10.
got that. He got that speed. He got that footwork.
I'm trying to think of somebody. Okay. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Who you got?
Justin Jefferson's better than Jamar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Justin Jefferson on that one too. But
Jamar might be more athletic, but his hands, Justin, even when you're got him perfectly covered, Justin Jefferson is going to contort his body, do something weird. Like he's catching the ball, dude. His hands are they're gold right now. In the past,
who you got?
2-3
Justin Jefferson
years.
or Puka?
Bro, it's just Jefferson. There's
Yeah, I
nobody
was
to
gonna
say out
say,
that I'm putting over him.
Yeah,
Clutch, but he's not breaking down field and he's not bypassing anyone to get that touchdown. Now Justin Jefferson is a good choice.
But
in the same uniform, Justin Jefferson, Randy Moss.
Exactly. They're right there. Especially when you take into account the quarterback play that he's had. Justin Jefferson.
He hadn't had much to work with.
Who you taking, Justin Jefferson or Calvin Johnson, Megatron?
Oh man, no, I got Calvin Johnson. He's not going to break away from you, but you're not. You could just throw that ball up.
I'm telling you, man. Like
if it's in the end zone, if it's an end zone,
Marvin
ball,
Harrison,
I'm probably saying Justin Jefferson. If the ball's in the end zone, if it's not, if it's a run after the catch, obviously Megatron. He's going to take it to the house for freaking 80 yards or something. But
Larry Fitzgerald,
I'm going back corner of the end zone, double coverage, Justin Jefferson.
So on a slant, you're going Justin over
Justin Jefferson. He probably wouldn't be running a slant. He's running
put
a
that
fade or
ball
something
anywhere he can get it.
Yeah,
especially with his height.
Johnson.
Yeah, I'm taking Megatron on that one.
Me too.
On a slant. I'm just saying slant to the end zone.
I don't think Justin runs too many slants is what I'm saying. I think he'd more be a fade to or he'd be a drag across the middle or something like that.
He got better footwork probably. I feel like Megatron just definitely going to secure that ball for you.
He's going to get any jump ball, he's going to probably outdo him. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, we got running backs.
Oh, yeah, we didn't finish.
Hubbard. No, we got stuck on JJ. Running backs, Chuba Hubbard, 25 carries, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. He ended up getting 32.5 points. Quarterbacks.
No, that
he
did.
Arizona.
That was Achane. I'm thinking Achane.
Who did they play?
He torched the Cardinals. He torched the Cardinals.
And then we got Jaden Daniels with the upset win over the Eagles, 24 for 39, 258 yards, 5 touchdowns. 181 yards. He ended up busting it for 34 points.
Secured that win.
Yeah, that was a crazy comeback.
That was a shocker there.
And then real quick, the overall, I haven't heard this name in a while. Jonathan Taylor, 29 carries. That's a lot of carries for 218 yards, 3 touchdowns.
3 tuds.
39.8 points, almost 40 points.
He must have had the best
I'd
night
have to
of
see
his
the
life
time
on
of possession in that game. When you're running that much, you got to be eating up a lot of clock.
And Anthony had 2.
Anthony Richardson had. I'm gonna say Anthony Richardson looked good too. Yeah, it's like
he had 2 running touchdowns.
Yep,
inspired ball right there. But
all right, thank you for those fantasy leaders. Week 16 key injuries.
Yeah,
Trey, what you got?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Started off with the Arizona Cardinals. James Conner, he had a knee injury yesterday, did not return after the exiting in the second half. So that was pretty detrimental. He was running the ball hard. Then I saw him go down. I was like, dang, that might cost him. And look, it wind up big costing them. They had to throw
had 117 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Before he left the game,
they had to throw the ball more and stuff and depend on other avenues that they don't normally depend on. Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Drake London had a hamstring injury, exit the game in the fourth quarter, did not return, wasn't too explosive, but they were still able to get that win over the Giants. Josh Allen actually had an elbow contusion. That's why he was trying to figure out why his hand, he lost feeling or whatever in his hands. They said they looked at it and it doesn't look too detrimental. Corey said they might have to sit him down the next couple of weeks and put Mitchell Trubisky in just to make sure he's going to be good for the playoffs. Yeah, some type of elbow. That's why he was like grabbing at his hand. He lost feeling or something in his hands. And then Cincinnati Bengals right tackle Amarius Mims had an ankle injury, did not return in that game against Cleveland. New York Jets offensive tackle, it was Olumayoa Fashanu. He was the rookie tackle that you saw during the draft where he had his girl there. Mama was like Get off of my boy
Oh,
when
for
Mama
real?
was
That was
there.
Mama's
Oh,
boy?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. He had a foot injury. I don't know if haven't haven't got an update.
Yeah, that was a
so
good one.
hopefully-
He got hurt. He ain't playing no more.
Yeah, man. That's
Dang.
so my man, Mama, she wasn't
Now I
playing.
wonder
You
if she was in the suite, in the guest suite.
I'm saying they ain't sure,
Mhm.
but I saw him get carted off or whatever. Hopefully he comes back strong. Cornerback Sauce Gardner also had a hamstring injury during that game. They've been talking about Sauce this year. Jalen Hurts, I know you guys saw that. He was been playing with that broken finger on his non-throwing hand, but he wound up getting that concussion early. They had to throw in Kenny Pickett. So
Yeah.
And then they
And
said
he
he
did.
hurt his ribs though.
oh, he did. I
Who?
must have missed
Mhm.
that. Oh,
I thought he
He-
was
he
got a
wanted-
concussion.
Kenny.
No, Hurts. That's what I was talking about.
Oh
No,
yeah,
he
I
said
Oh.
said concussion.
yeah,
So
concussion.
you're saying
but,
Kenny got hurt too?
Yeah, that's what
His
I heard
rib?
this morning, that they
Oh,
may
shoot.
resort to their third string quarterback
Good
Dang.
Lord, yeah, I missed that.
because he has some kind of rib injury.
Good
Come
lord.
on, Pickett, you can't hold it down for a couple weeks, damn it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
He should be in the XFL. I've never been impressed with that dude.
I'm
Hey,
saying
go get
after-
Jameis.
He was horrible in Pittsburgh, but
Go get Jameis. He'll help you out, bro. When you're in the
5
pit, just go get
touchdowns.
Jameis.
5
5
touchdowns,
touchdowns,
10
7
picks.
yeah, I'm about to say
He's got
7
2 games
interceptions,
in
2
him. He's
picks,
got
6
2 games a year where he could ball out, bro, for a team. He could do it for you.
for real. He just
There's
you just
hope.
come in there, speak highly of him for a
Bro,
couple weeks, and
yeah.
you'll get what you need.
You
After
just gotta
that,
play
it's going-
gospel music all that week and just show him like some Remember the Titans. Just have that
Not
playing
gospel
just
music.
periodically, just to get him in his psyche. And
Denzel.
he'll go off for you.
literally, as long as you got that quick motivation, real quick.
Yeah,
He's
for
got
real. You
5
gotta
touchdowns and 2
have
pick
him think
sixes
he
in the
can
red
win.
zone.
Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver George Pickens. He looks like he's going to be playing on Christmas Day against the Chiefs. He has been out the last 2 weeks.
They need him.
Yeah, definitely going to need him. Russell has not looked great. He's been trying to do too much with the ball, essentially. I know you guys saw him run down there, and he fumbled it like on the 3-yard line, and that was just detrimental to him. And
But he doesn't have his big play threat, though, with Pickens being out those last few games.
they having to go to Van Jefferson a little bit more and just, like you said, do stuff. San Francisco 49ers pass rusher Leonard Floyd had a shoulder injury. Linebacker Dre Greenlaw had a calf injury as well, did not return in that game. Seattle Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker III wound up getting an ankle injury. He just came back. He hasn't played for the last 2 weeks. Just getting him back, and he's back out. They maybe need to see what they can do to get him healthy before he returns. Tampa Bay Bucks wide receiver Sterling Shepard, he was ruled out early with a hamstring injury as well. And Washington Commanders cornerback Marshawn Lattimore, he was out with a hamstring injury. Did not return against the Philadelphia Eagles or whatever. That's our notable injuries.
All right. Thank you so much, Dre. Week 16 results. We'll try to zoom through those. Thursday night action. It was Chargers against the Broncos. I had Broncos in that. Took
Yeah,
Chargers. I thought someone took
I
Chargers.
had
I had
Broncos in that
Chargers.
too.
I had Chargers.
All right.
Yeah, boy.
Whatever Jim Harbaugh said to his team at halftime was enough to propel the Chargers to a Thursday night win over AFC West foe Denver Broncos. LA was led by Justin Herbert's 2 TDs and Gus Edwards' 2 scores on the ground. No Ho Bo Nix got off to a quick start before the hosts got it
Bo.
together. Each team is 9-6 and hoping to advance to the playoffs with wins these last 2 weeks of the campaign. Like I said, Nix had 263 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gus Edwards, 14 attempts, 68 yards, 2 scores. McConkey had a decent game, 6 receptions,
Jim Harbaugh
87 yards.
Jim Harbaugh had that smelling salt in the third quarter, and he came back, and I guess that's all he needed. They got that coaching in order.
Man, it came out a totally different
But-
team.
Ugh.
Moving on to Saturday's action. Kansas City 27, Houston 19. I took the
Mhm.
Chiefs in that. I think we
Yep.
all did.
Yep, Chiefs.
Patrick Mahomes scrambled at times and did enough to prove that his ankle was okay and led the Kansas City Chiefs to his league best 14th win. One more victory would guarantee home field advantage throughout the playoffs for the defending champions. And even though Houston has clinched the AFC South division, the team's inconsistent play couldn't come at a worse time. But Stroud had 2 interceptions, if I remember right.
Yep.
2
Ain't
crucial
got no receivers
interceptions.
now either.
And I guess that's why they picked up Deontay, huh?
Yeah.
So they
They
can
need
put him in
somebody.
and he won't go in.
And he's still young too. This is only his second year. We forget. We think he's a vet.
Yeah, he was sad when Tank Dell went down. I almost started tearing up
Mhm.
myself. They said they're good friends, and Tank Dell then battled through the broken tibia, I think, last year, and then he got shot
Yep.
in the offseason. Now this said dislocated kneecap, which that just sounds. I don't
Dang, I
know.
forgot he got shot.
Yeah,
Damn.
get back well, Tank Dell, man. I'm praying for you. But hey,
Baltimore.
I was gonna say Travis Kelce. They said he ain't been right. Something going on with him. His legs ain't as good as they used to be.
He's doing too much off the field in terms of
Mhm.
TV shows and
Too much dancing.
he's got a whole lot going on. A lot of concerts he was dancing
I'm
at
about
for
to say,
sure.
yep, too much.
Baltimore 34, Pittsburgh 17. I took the Ravens in that.
Yep.
Anybody take the Steelers? I
I
don't
got
remember anybody
Ravens.
taking Steelers.
I don't think
Baltimore returned to the formula that worked earlier in the season. Lamar Jackson throwing effectively and Derrick Henry playing ball control with the run game. It was a success as Jackson threw for 3 touchdowns and Henry rushed for 162 yards. Both the Ravens and Steelers are 10-5 and each clinched a playoff berth. What remains is which is going to come out on top in the AFC North. Russell, 217 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zay Flowers, he had 5 receptions, 100 yards. Like I said, Derrick Henry, 24 attempts, 162 yards. Lamar, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Henry looked like he was back this week. I don't know what had got into him, but he was running it way more fluently.
The last few weeks,
Lamar
though,
looked
just
good.
sitting on the sideline, his whole demeanor was different. Like I said, he looked sad and looked dejected, almost like, I don't know what was going on. Maybe
we
they
talked about
made up behind the scenes. Something was going on. Sunday's action, Cleveland at Cincinnati. I took the Bengals.
Yeah, I think we all took Bengals.
I think we all did that. I put Cincinnati's is waving the help sign to any team that can assist them getting into the playoffs. So as long as they continue to help themselves, the Bengals have won their last 3 games and must beat Denver Saturday and Pittsburgh in the season finale to have a shot. Joe Shiesty, 252 yards, 3 touchdowns. Chase Brown, man, that dude is impressive. 18 attempts, 91 yards. Jamar Chase, 6 receptions, 97 yards, 1 touchdown.
T. Higgins.
Nothing to talk about in Cleveland. 6 points. Yeah, not a whole lot. Carolina 36, Arizona 30. I took the Cardinals in that one.
Yeah, I took the Cardinals too.
Yeah, I
thought
took
they were
the
gonna take
Cards.
that one.
Chuba Hubbard's 21-yard run in OT spelled upset for the Arizona Cardinals. Hubbard gashed the Birds for 152 total yards and 2 scores for the Panthers. As previously stated, Bryce Young has played much better after being benched earlier in the season, and the Carolina squad has found itself in more games these last few weeks. Kyler Murray, the little baby, threw for 202 yards, 1 touchdown. James Conner, you mentioned he went out, 15 attempts, 117 yards, 1 touchdown. He also had 49 yards receiving.
Yeah, they missed him in that second half.
For sure. Detroit 34, Chicago 17. I think we all took the Lions.
Man.
Yeah.
Detroit was determined to show that they still are the top team in the NFC.
Fake fumbling it.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a good one.
That was crazy. Say they are the top team in the NFC, even though Minnesota might beg to differ, as both teams are 13-2. The Lions bounced back from their narrow loss to Buffalo the prior week to put Chicago in its place. Jared Goff, 336 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dude has been amazing. Jahmyr Gibbs, 23 attempts, 109 yards, 1 touchdown on the ground. What's his first name? Williams. Damn, I always forget the
Jameson
Williams.
Yeah, there you go. Jameson, 5 receptions, 143 yards, 1 touchdown. Another good game. Caleb threw the ball 334 yards, 2 touchdowns. Maybe they found a little something.
Yep.
Yeah, he was hitting up Keenan Allen. Roma Dunze, I think, dropped a couple, but
on the fake, was that the same? Was that Skipper that got the ball again?
Laporta, I believe.
Oh, that's who it was. You're right. Sam
Mhm.
Laporta. Yep, you're right.
Another St. Louis boy. He's from Highland, Illinois. Not really
Highland,
St. Louis,
Illinois.
but-
That's close enough.
Close enough.
We'll claim him. LA Rams, New York Jets. I took the Rams in this one.
Yeah, I took the Rams
Yeah, I
too.
took the Rams.
Man, Jets was putting on a little bit at first. But
Yeah, that was a good
I
one.
was getting nervous. Yeah, I thought they were going to beat him.
Yeah, that was surprising. Injuries earlier in the year hampered the LA Rams' play, but now that star receivers Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp are healthy, and Kyron Williams gives them a solid run game, they're now one of the teams that no one wants to face come playoff time. The Rams 9-6 looks to close out strong and maintain their hold on the NFC West lead in the standings.
Yeah, it was Tyler Higbee's first game back. Their tight end as well from that injury last year. I don't remember what happened. I think a torn ACL, if I'm not mistaken, from last year in that playoff game versus, I think, was it the Vikings? I can't remember. But yeah, it was his first game back, and he looked like he was catching speed with them. A healthy Rams team is really scary.
I'm telling you, that's
Oh, yeah,
something
they can
we
move the
wouldn't have
ball.
said 6 weeks ago for sure.
Yeah.
They can move. the ball.
Aaron, another decent game. It wasn't bad, but yeah. Devontae had 7 receptions, 68 yards, 1 touchdown in the loss.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo 24, New England 21. I took the Bills. I think we all took the Bills in
Yeah, I
that.
took the Bills. We started slow at that one. Oof, man.
Winning seasons always have
Yeah,
a scare
Bills.
or two, and the Buffalo Bills were challenged by a game New England Patriots team, but managed to escape with a 3-point victory. Drake May had a decent game, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns. Let's see. Josh Allen, like we said, didn't do a whole lot. James Cook dominated on the ground.
Oh,
11
yeah, and
attempts,
their
100
defense.
yards.
Per usual. Oh,
Right.
James Cook, he just get out of there.
He did it receiving and running the ball.
Mhm.
Atlanta 34, Giants 7. I took the Falcons in that.
Yep, took the
Yep.
Falcons on that one.
Neither team put any points on the board in the first quarter, but then Atlanta went to work, outscoring the New York Giants 17-7 in the second quarter, which gave rookie quarterback Michael Penix some breathing room to work in the second half. Penix gave the offense the spark that it was looking for, while the defense continued its solid play of late, which included 2 pick-six touchdowns. Atlanta now is back in first place, having the tiebreaker over Tampa. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Whew.
Like I said, Drew Lock, 210. Dude, that impressed me. Malik Neighbors, 7 receptions, 68 yards.
Yep,
Penix threw for
average.
202 yards. Bijan, 22 attempts, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns.
So-
That was good to see.
So if Shador does go to the Giants, they're going to have to get that GM and have to get Dayball out of there.
I told
That's
y'all.
when it's going to come. Yeah, like
Dayball's
Corey
getting
said,
fired. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Uh-oh, what happened?
Saints are terrible. Nothing. They just
And,
can't-
and just so
can't catch the ball.
you
Can't
know,
do simple things.
the Monday night game is Saints against the Saints taking on Green Bay. The Saints are Corey's team. What's the score? Give us an update.
21-0.
21-0.
Whoa.
Ain't even
When we
halftime.
came on, it was 7-0.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. You're correct.
What's Darren Rizzi doing on the sideline? That's the better question.
I don't know. Just having a heart attack.
I'm about to
Anybody
say,
get face
Random.
planted?
His chest about to be hurting tonight. He gonna be.
Look at him now. That was a fumble. They should have called that. But either way, we continue.
I don't know what happened to my score, but Washington, was it 30?
36-33. They
There
got
you go,
that.
36-33.
Last second touch.
I took the Eagles. Commanders came out on top in this one. Once Jalen Hurts left the contest with a concussion in the first quarter, rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels sees his chance to lead his team to a comeback win, throwing for 5 touchdowns in a stunning turn of events. That ended the Eagles' 10-game winning streak. Washington trails Philadelphia by 2 games in the standings with 2 games left. That's going to be interesting.
Mhm.
That's going to be interesting. Like I said, Kenny Pickett, 143 yards, 1 touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 29 attempts, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns in the loss. Jaden Daniels, 258, 5 touchdowns. And he also had 81 yards on the ground.
Mhm.
Amazing game. That 4th and 11 play kind of sealed the deal, too.
At the end,
Mm-hmm. That dude is
and the
good.
touchdown back in the end zone. Exactly what you needed.
Yeah,
What was
Jameson
his
Crowder,
name?
man.
Was it,
That
is
was
it, was it
nice.
Crowder? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Crowder.
It wasn't Zacchaeus.
Yeah, because Zacchaeus
No, it
had
wasn't
2
Zacchaeus.
touchdowns, but yeah, he had
Yeah,
2.
but Crowder was at the very end.
Yeah.
Got you. Indianapolis 38, Tennessee 30. I took the Colts in this one.
I took the Colts.
Colts.
Indianapolis kept its slim playoff hopes alive with a narrow victory over Tennessee and improved to 7-8. Jonathan Taylor had tunnel vision, literally taking a long run to the house and into the tunnel after last week dropping the ball before passing the goal line. The Titans dropped to 3-15. Oh, they're done, son. Let's see here. Jonathan Taylor, you talked about him earlier. 29 attempts, 218 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's a day.
That was a great day.
That's a day for you. Minnesota 27, Seattle 24. I took the Vikings.
Yep.
Took the Vikings on that,
I think
but
we
I'll
all
say
took the
Seattle.
Vikings.
They kept it a lot. They kept it close.
Sam Darnold still showing the non-believers that he's truly having a special season, leading Minnesota to its 13th win of the year. It marked the second time in the last 2 years, that they have won 13 games and only twice in the last 10 years. And by virtue of the comeback win, they improved to 8-1 in one-score games this season. Seattle dropped to 8-7 and is in second place in the NFC West. Darnold, 246 yards, 3 touchdowns. Of course, he threw 2 of those to Mr. Jefferson, as you talked about, Corey.
Yeah.
Smith and Jigba, 8 receptions, 95 yards, 1 touchdown. Geno returned 314 yards, 3 touchdowns.
They knew they didn't want to go with Sam Howell this week. Geno said, I'm going to play regardless.
You couldn't afford to, and you still lost, unfortunately. Las Vegas, 19, Jacksonville, 14. I did take the Raiders.
I think I took the Jags on that one, but man.
It might be too late to save Anthony Pierce's job, but he can say his team is still playing hard. Pause. Aiden O'Connell threw for 257 yards in Las Vegas's win over Jacksonville and ended a 10-game losing streak for the Raiders, now 3-12, same as the Jaguars. Yeah, not a whole lot to discuss. Brock Bowers, as you said, 11 receptions, 99 yards.
Wow.
Miami 29, San Francisco 17. I took the Niners. I think we all did.
Yeah, I definitely took the Niners on that. I thought they were going to come on.
They should have ran roughshod over them. They had the chances.
Who'd they play?
The Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, I took the Dolphins.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Miami's Mike McDonald is the latest in a line of former coaches who either worked with or coached with Kyle Shanahan to beat him this season. Losses to Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay, and now McDonald dropped Shanahan's record to 1-3 on the year. Devon Achane broke off a 50-yard run to dash the hopes of the 49ers making a playoff run. Brock Purdy had 313 yards, 2 touchdowns. George Kittle had 106 yards reception, 215 yards, 1 touchdown. As we mentioned, Devon Achane, 17 attempts, 120 yards, 1 touchdown. He also had 70 yards receiving.
Kalen Saunders.
And in the nightcap,
I was going to say, they said before you get to the nightcap, they said,
"Oh, you're good."
They said Tyreek Hill now has more touchdowns than kids born this year. So that's a stat. That's a stat worth mentioning. 6 tuds, 5 kids.
I was going to say 13 touchdowns, 11 kids. He's on a tear.
Kid. I named him
Tyreek. That's Cheetah. Cheetah at his best. Tampa, shoot, I had the score here, damn it.
Yep, 26 Cowboys, 24 Tampa. It was a, man.
I took the Bucks in that. I think we all took the Bucks. In a game that they needed to maintain their slim lead over Atlanta, Tampa was punched in the mouth early by Dallas and trailed, and now find themselves even with the Falcons at 8-7. And because Atlanta controls the tiebreaker, the Bucks will have to win out and hope for an Atlanta misstep in the final 2 games of the season. Yeah, Cooper Rush, 292 yards, 1 touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, he had a decent game, 7 receptions, 105 yards. Bucky Irving, 16 attempts, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. Can't forget about Baker, 303 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not a bad game for in a loss, should I say? But
Let's not forget about our St. Louis boy Ezekiel Elliott. He finally got in the end zone this year. I'm not sure if that's his first touchdown, but it was good to see him finally get a touchdown here since being back in Dallas.
yeah, I think Zeke's played a whole lot here lately.
One attempt, 1 yard, one touchdown. Hey, Zeke.
There you go, bud.
All right, fellas. And then Monday night action, is it still 21-0?
Yep, 21-0.
It's halftime, yeah. Let's just move on.
All right, week
We'll just keep
17
going.
starts with Christmas Day. We got the Chiefs at the Steelers. I got the Chiefs.
I got the Steelers.
I got the Chiefs on that. They got 5 people with dreads on the team. Hollywood, D-Hop, Pacheco, Rashee Rice. I know he's not playing, and then Kareem Hunt. They going to the Super Bowl.
All right, just based off that, remember that stat. Ravens at the Texans. I got the Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah, I got Ravens on that too.
All right, and then we have our traditional Thursday night game. You got Seahawks at the Bears. I got Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah, I think I got Seahawks, but the Bears they've been looking better. But yeah, I got.
They
Seahawks.
have been looking better, but I don't see them beating Seattle.
No.
Then we got some Saturday action.
Okay.
Chargers at the Patriots. I'm taking Chargers in that.
Chargers.
All right.
Broncos.
Broncos.
Oh, it's cold up there. I'm gonna go Patriots. It's cold, man. They ain't gonna be. Yeah, I got Patriots.
All right.
Is
Broncos.
J.K. Dobbins back? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're good. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he might not.
think
I'm
so.
gonna go Patriots. Go ahead.
All right. Broncos at the Bengals. I got the Bengals in this one.
Yeah, Bengals.
And I'm using your theory where it gets cold in Denver too, but it's a different kind of
Bengals.
cold in the Midwest in Ohio. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to take the Bengals. Cardinals at the Rams. I'm actually taking Cardinals in this for some
Yep.
reason.
Me too.
Mm.
Me too.
Don't know why, but
Yeah,
I'm taking Cardinals.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. I was like, the
I'm about to say,
Cardinals, honestly.
they last played in September when everybody was hurt, September 15th. I'm gonna go Rams on that.
Oh, and here it is on the TV.
Rams
right
are
now.
playing better.
Everybody.
All right, then we move into Sunday's action. Got Panthers at the Bucks.
Panthers.
I know I'm taking Panthers. I don't know why.
Panthers.
Seriously, for some
I'm going
reason I
Bucks.
got
we
that
not
They
feeling.
on your ass.
I heard you, but we gonna win that.
Cowboys at the Eagles.
I got Eagles.
Eagles.
Oh, see, hurt. No, I think I'm gonna go. It's Kenny. No, not Kenny Pickett.
I don't even know who the third string quarterback is. I'm hoping that Jalen makes it through concussion protocol during the week, but I'm still taking Eagles.
Yeah. Saquon.
Who'd you
He's
say,
gotta
Drake?
Just hand the ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Let
gonna
Saquon run for 35.
Eat the clock.
That's true, but hey, they're gonna bring pressure though, like they did last time. I'm gonna go Dallas. They ain't even in playoff contention. They got nothing to lose.
That's true. They can play loose. Colts at the Giants. I'm taking Colts.
Colts.
Yeah, Colts on that one.
Raiders
Taylor.
at the Saints. I'm at to take the Raiders in this one.
Saints.
I know you got the Saints.
I think
Dre,
we'll
who
just
you
take
got?
that one and then just ruin our freaking draft. I think that's really what I think. I think I'll be like, just to get us right out of that top 10, we'll win it.
Oh, it's Tanner McKee is their QB3.
Just
I
to
hadn't
F
even heard.
ourselves.
Never even heard of them.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go Raiders as well.
All right, Jets at the Bills. I got the Bills.
I got Bills too. Yep.
I got the Jets.
Interesting. Excuse me, Titans at the Jags. I got the Jags.
Yeah, Jags. I did like what Mason Rudolph was doing, but I think
Titans.
Mac Jones will be more hungry.
Dolphins and the Browns. I got the Browns because Dolphins don't play
Dolphins.
well in cold weather.
that
Dolphins.
is true. That is true. I'm gonna go.
All right,
I'm gonna go
Corey's
Browns.
going Dolphins for the second week. Packers at the Vikings. Taking Packers in an upset.
Inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Yeah, I think
Vikings.
Jordan Love can get it.
Vikings.
Falcons at the Commanders. I'm taking the Commanders.
Packers.
Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders.
That's what I'm hoping they gonna lose that one. Yeah, we can whoop the Panthers, but we still think we got to play the Saints the last week, so that's gonna be a hard one.
We're looking
And
at
then Monday night action got Lions at the Niners. I got the Lions just feasting on them.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Lions.
gonna get out there to the Bay and they gonna be playing phenomenal ball. You already know Jared Goff.
Mhm.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So those are our week 17 picks. Now we'll get into our best, our bust, and busters of the week. We'll go backwards this time. We'll take it a different way. CC, who's
Okay.
your best this week?
Mm. My best. Shoot, got to go out to Jaden Daniels.
That's
mean, he's
mine
just
too.
playing-
So I might as well get
he's-
mine out the way.
Been playing great
Yeah.
this year. Don't
Yeah.
even seem like a rookie. Just seems like every other veteran quarterback that's been out there this year. He's been
Mhm.
playing
Very
great.
poised. Yeah.
Got hurt, fell off. Now he's coming back. So you're resilient. You can bounce back, and then you can take your team back from a loss. Obviously, we saw that this week. So
Yep. Agreed. And Dre, who you got?
My best, I'm gonna have to go out to Jonathan Taylor. It seemed like after
That's a
that
good
mess
one.
up last
Mhm.
week, he said, I'm gonna come out. I apologize to my team. We lost to Denver and he wanted to come out. And he did 29 attempts, 218 and 3 touchdowns. But I
Yeah.
also want to honorable mention, and it hurts me, it pains me, but Atlanta defense, they look good, and especially with 2 pick sixes. That was huge for them.
All right. Bust of the week. CC, who's your bust?
my bust of the week is probably, even though they won, I'm gonna say the Bills. And I was
Okay.
talking about it. They can say all they want that, yeah, Josh Allen got hurt, and yeah, they said in the post game conference that they were trying to take it back, but I think that they took this team lightly, and they got into a dogfight that they didn't realize that they'd be into, and yeah, they got themselves
Right.
out of it, but now you're all beat up because of it, because you weren't prepared.
Right.
They came
Yeah.
in and they knocked you in the mouth, and now you got a black eye. You won the fight, but at what cost?
Exposed.
Right.
They definitely exposed him yesterday because that was a
Exactly.
shocker, like you said.
That was a shock.
Exactly.
All right, Dre, who's your bust?
My bus goes out to I'm probably honestly I thought the Niners was gonna get that game for real. I was thinking I thought they was gonna get down. I'm like Miami, good weather,
Right.
good atmosphere, and then I know they didn't have much running game, but they should have improvised and had something ready for it. But
Nah, they still got it. They had enough. They should have won that game. Mine
Yep.
is actually your team. You took my team. I took your team because they went into Dallas. They already knew that the Falcons had won. They knew what they needed to do to keep pace.
Mhm.
I wanted to take my team too because I was ready for us to win that game.
Right.
And they let the Cowboys dog them out. So I take the Bucks. And then our busters of the week. CC, who's your buster of the week?
It's just gonna keep
Or
happening.
busters.
It's gonna keep happening. Y'all know who it is. It's these dang. We're just busters, bro. We're busters. I don't know. Like you said, we started the podcast 7-0, and now 30 minutes later, it's 21-0, and it's not even halftime. We just got
And we were
into
hanging our
halftime.
hat on the fact that they weren't getting blown out, no quick plays or
Now here
Yeah.
it comes. Now here it comes.
yeah,
We
the
can't
damn
even get
broke.
a freaking first down. I don't know.
Damn.
It's bad. We're busters.
Who's your buster of the week, Dre?
Probably come down.
I kind of wanted to say Pittsburgh and Russell Wilson, but I'll probably say the Arizona Cardinals. They should have won that game.
I agree. My busters.
Yeah, I agree with
Kind of
that.
like
That was
you,
a good one.
Corey, singing the same song. It's the 49ers. I mean,
Man,
you could at least salvage some kind of moral victory
Some
for the
pride,
season.
shoot.
You couldn't even go over to Miami and beat them. So
yeah.
For real.
and you,
No
you
heart.
kept them in
Conditions.
playoff
Heart.
contention. So yeah, they're definitely the busters of the week.
No heart.
Mhm.
All right, fellas. Great content again this week.
Absolutely.
And it's the holiday season. We wish everyone a happy holiday, a safe holiday.
Definitely safe and happy holiday.
Yep. And we thank you all for listening to the Me and D Monday night NFL wrap up show.
Yeah.
We out.
Thanks
See
for
ya.
listening. Peace.
Watch
Happy
them games.
holidays.
We got